My precious child, listen closely. What I reveal to you in this moment is not rumor or suspicion. It is reality. There are voices rising in secret against you, plots quietly forming beneath the surface, and doors being tampered with. Doors I alone have opened for you. This is not the time to ignore what I've been whispering. You are under spiritual surveillance, and the enemy thinks you are unaware. But I have come to expose, to warn, and to prepare you, because the battle forming around you is not just about your position. It's about your purpose. Do not look away. Stay. Watch till the end, because what I say next could save you from stepping into a trap carefully laid and position you for the promotion I've already written in heaven. Their intent is to displace you from a position, a place in life where I myself have established you, a place your heart longs to remain. Today, my beloved, with the passionate love of the one who loves you endlessly, I do not keep silent. I come to reaffirm that what I warned has indeed come to pass. Those who move in the shadows of suspicion and self-interest have truly met. They have sat together, whispered dark intentions, and carefully crafted strategies to remove you from the very place I have appointed for you. Their plot is no longer a passing thought. It has become a calculated plan, their hearts no longer trembling before what is right. Remember always, before their plans formed, I already knew. Before their words of betrayal slipped from their lips, I had heard them. Before traps were set at your feet, I saw them. And I, your refuge and fortress, will never allow any scheme to progress beyond the limit I have decreed. No snare laid against you is hidden from my light. No arrow fired in darkness can escape the redirection of my mighty hand. My child, keep your heart soft before me, but unwavering against the enemy. Let love and purity shield your soul from bitterness. Let divine wisdom illuminate your path so that you respond not in the flesh, but as one who knows to whom they belong. Fear not the knowledge that others conspire against you, for I have promised, no weapon formed against you will prosper. Trust that I am weaving all things for your good, even those mysteries your natural eyes have yet to see. Stand in the peace I grant you, a peace independent of circumstance, unshaken by the storms that rage around you. Anchor your faith in my unchanging faithfulness, for soon the very traps they have set for you will ensnare them instead. The very words of malice they have spoken will become stumbling blocks for their own feet. You, my faithful one, will be lifted up by my hand before those who sought to see you fall. More than this, I will use these circumstances to refine your soul, as a blacksmith tempers a precious sword in fire. Through these trials, you will learn steadfast endurance. You will gain deeper discernment, distinguishing my voice from the whispers of darkness. You will learn to love even your enemies, not from weakness, but from the strength of a soul secure in me. My beloved child, remember, not a single wound you bear for my name is wasted. Not one betrayal suffered for righteousness' sake goes unnoticed by me. Every hurt, every injustice is a seed sown that, in its season, will yield a harvest of joy, maturity, and glory beyond what you have ever hoped or imagined. Therefore, in days ahead, when pressure mounts and you find yourself misunderstood or alone, know that this is not abandonment, but preparation for a greater door I am about to open. When one door closes, it is not failure, but the orchestration of a new way, an invitation into a deeper dimension of your calling. My child, when the storm of conspiracy swirls, when darkness weaves its net, this is the time when you can no longer remain idle. This is not the season to only watch or to pray silently. This is the hour to act, guided by my light. Let this truth be planted deep within. I love you with everlasting love, but I will not indulge in stubborn blindness. I will not extend my protection over reckless steps that defy the clear guidance I have spoken to your heart. My hand cannot shield decisions birthed in disobedience, nor choices that ignore the gentle but firm promptings of the Holy Spirit. For true love is not indulgence, and true mercy never compromises with darkness. Rise then in sharp discernment. Pause and listen, not merely with physical ears, but with a heart attuned to my whisper. Do not let the clamor of the world drown out the still, thunderous call from me. Do not allow worldly enticements to dim the spiritual clarity I have granted you. Your ears are not mere ornaments, nor meant only for pleasant sounds, but so you may distinguish the voice of life from the whisper of destruction. I have placed within you the gift of discernment. I have opened your soul's eyes that you would not stumble blindly in the night. Use this gift wisely. Do not reject my call, nor pretend not to hear my voice simply out of fear of change or hesitation to face truth. Trust me, not with a mind clouded by doubt or calculations of the flesh, but with childlike faith, knowing your Father will never lead you into harm. I see what you cannot. I recognize the snares that glitter and charm before you ever know they exist. I hear every whispered plot before it reaches your ears. If you lean on your own understanding, you will falter. But if you trust in my eternal wisdom, you will stand even in the fiercest storm. When I speak, do not delay. When I call, do not excuse yourself. When I reveal danger, do not think you can manage alone. Every moment of hesitation, every refusal draws you from my shelter, and the darkness, though subtle, waits for the unguarded soul. Act then, not from fear, but faith, not with reckless haste, but swift obedience born from unwavering trust in me. When I say go, step forward. When I say stop, pause, even if others push you on or mock your caution. When I redirect you, do not grieve what is left behind, no matter how beautiful it once seemed. This is a season where discernment is the key that unlocks life and guards against the most cunning snares. In coming days, sweet promises, enticing shortcuts, and seemingly safe paths will abound, but many lead to the abyss. Only those who listen and obey my voice will walk safely through. When you choose to discern and trust me over your emotions, you will see silent, mighty miracles unfold. I will open doors no one can close. I will lead you on paths human wisdom cannot find. I will place you in the right place at the appointed time, that my plan for you is fulfilled in its fullness. Do not mistake my silence for absence. When I am silent, it is an invitation to deeper intimacy, a depth where listening, discerning, and trusting become unbreakable cords binding your soul to mine. You are not abandoned or fighting alone, but you must choose to stand in the light, to answer the call, to reject what I have not intended for you. Walk in obedience, and every step will be strengthened from above. Stand in the light, and darkness has no claim on you. Beloved, when the schemes against you become clear, when faces once hidden behind friendly masks reveal their true intentions, do not confront them in anger. Do not let your heart be weighed down by retaliation, for your wrath, no matter how justified, cannot produce the righteousness only I, the Lord your God, can bring. I do not need your fury to protect you, nor demand you rise in your own strength for justice. What I ask is simple, yet profound. Full obedience, a surrender rooted in deep trust that I hold all power, and that no scheme can escape my gaze. I desire your surrender, my child, not reluctant or resigned, but overflowing with faith. Faith that I, who have guided you this far, will also fight for you, defend you, and honor you at the right time. Lay every emotion, every wound, every grievance at my feet. Hold nothing back. Let me be your fortress, your vindication, the one who answers for you in ways beyond your imagination. Walk in wisdom and humility, for these are your greatest weapons. The world sees strength in sharp words and fierce resistance, but in my kingdom, true power is in the silence that listens for my voice, in the calm that waits for my timing, in gentleness no darkness can overcome. Silence, when guided by me, is sharper than any sword. Sarcasm or retaliation may satisfy anger for a moment, but discerning silence, filled with my spirit, cuts through the root of falsehood. Where the enemy expects your rage, it is your wise silence that will confound and expose them. Likewise, kindness, birthed by my spirit, is not weakness. but power to overturn every scheme of hatred. A blessing to an accuser, an act of kindness to a plotter, heaps burning coals on their heads. It is love, not anger, that can break down the strongest walls of hostility. Let me be the judge. Let me execute justice. When you remain humble and refuse to respond in the flesh, you make room for my mighty hand to move, not just to protect you, but to shake the very kingdoms of darkness. You will see unmistakably that I, the creator of heaven and earth, will stand for you. Your righteousness will shine like the dawn, the wickedness of your foes as obvious as the noonday sun. You will not need to defend yourself or vindicate your name, for I will plead your cause before those you could never convince. Every endurance for my sake, every time you choose mercy over wrath, every time your heart remains tender, you are giving me a sacrifice more precious than gold, and I will bless you abundantly in due time. Do not fear that humility means loss or that kindness is weakness. In my kingdom, the humble are exalted, and those who love their enemies are crowned with glory the world cannot give. Walk as a child of light, even as darkness presses in. Let your gentleness be a torch for those lost in storms of anger and resentment. True victory is not won in heated arguments or petty confrontations, but in keeping your heart pure, in trusting me above all, and your reward will surpass every dream and reach beyond human understanding. So move forward with unwavering faith, with mercy in your heart and your eyes fixed on me. Do not let pain, betrayal, or the venom of the enemy pull you from your path. Allow me to lead you through the battlefield, and you will emerge not battered, but crowned with victory. When you stand before me, you will hear, "Well done, faithful one, my warrior of light. Enter the everlasting joy I have prepared for you." Then you will know, deep within, that every endurance, every patient, humble step was woven into the eternal song of your triumph. They gathered, veiling themselves in a facade of righteousness, while their hearts simmered with venom. The glances they exchanged, the well-crafted words they spoke, these were but thin disguises stretched over a conspiracy long in the making. This alliance, this secret collusion in darkness, is neither surprising nor new. It is the inevitable result of years of quietly growing envy and discontent. Some among them have watched you from the very beginning, not with blessing, but with eyes clouded by jealousy, unsettled by how your presence revealed the emptiness within themselves. They witnessed your rise, not by your own strength, but by the grace I poured out upon your life, and it stoked a silent fury in their hearts. They questioned how, despite your weaknesses and flaws they so eagerly pointed out, you were still upheld. They wondered why doors that remained tightly shut for them opened to you, as if an unseen hand was guiding your steps. They marveled at the peace that encircled you, even as their own hearts remained burdened by unrest. Your success brought them no joy. Rather, it rekindled the smoldering ashes of jealousy buried deep within. They tried to force smiles, offered congratulations with polished words, but their eyes, those windows to the soul, betrayed the bitterness they could not fully suppress. They thought their pretense subtle enough to fool you. They believed hollow praise and cold handshakes could mask the schemes brewing within. Yet, they failed to realize that I, the one who goes before you, the one who sees what is hidden, had opened your spiritual eyes to perceive what natural sight cannot. You have sensed the undercurrents, the invisible daggers behind counterfeit smiles. You recognize the hands that close an outward ceremony, while inwardly clutching stones ready to hurl. Let not this break your spirit, my beloved. I have allowed you to perceive these truths not to drive you into fear or bitterness, but to strengthen your heart in me, untethered from human opinion, unshaken by cold glances. Beneath their plotting lies a fear they dare not speak, a fear of the light you carry. That light, though you never flaunt it, and though you walk in humility, still exposes the darkness within them. Rather than choosing repentance, many have instead chosen to extinguish your light through slander, whispered accusations, and alliances made in secret. They wonder why I chose you. They cannot comprehend that my choosing is never based on human criteria, not on status, talent, or visible achievement, but on a heart found faithful, small, and obedient. Where man measures appearances, I see the heart. Where others value accomplishments, I remember the tears shed in solitude. Where people pursue influence, I seek souls willing to trust me in the valley of shadows. Do not be troubled by the deception surrounding you, my child, for whispers, scrutinizing eyes, and secret plots hold no power compared to the hand I have placed upon your life. The doors I open cannot be closed by any force. The blessings I give cannot be stolen. Walk forward with the calm assurance of one who knows to whom they belong, who knows whose hand is truly keeping them. Their alliances, no matter how complex, no matter how tightly woven, are like spider webs before the breath of my spirit. They cannot halt the flow of life I have ordained for you. They cannot prevent the harvest you have sown through tears and faith. In time, the very schemes meant for your harm will stand as testimonies to my glory upon your life. I know, my beloved, that you have felt alone as you discern these hidden deceptions. I know your heart has cried out, "Why must I endure such glances? Why must I walk among invisible snares?" But remember, I have walked this road ahead of you. I too was betrayed by those who once dined at my table. I too bore the cruel accusations hurled by those who once sang my praises. I understand your pain better than anyone. Remember, you do not walk alone. I am beside you, giving you discernment to distinguish truth from lies and bestowing a heart of mercy, so bitterness cannot take root. I will strengthen you to stand, not as a victim, but as a victor, not by might, but by love, forgiveness, and a light no darkness can put out. The day will come when everything hidden is brought to light. All that is concealed in human hearts will be exposed before my righteousness. And if you keep your heart pure, you will be crowned with victory, not because you fought to prove yourself right, but because you loved and remained faithful to the end. So, my beloved, guard the tenderness of your heart. Do not let others' bitterness harden you. Let the wounds, if they come, stand as living proof of love's triumph. Let your light, instead of being dimmed, shine brighter against a sky heavy with clouds. I have destined you not just to rise, but to stand firm. Not just to walk, but to soar. Not only to overcome, but to shine. Everything that happens now, everything you are feeling and seeing, is but preparation for a glory beyond any eye has seen or heart has imagined. The very thing I have prepared for those who truly love me. Hold fast to me, my beloved. Do not let what you see shake your faith in what I have spoken. My word is unshakable, my love is everlasting, and my plans for you, transcending every accusation, every opposition, every dark alliance, will be fulfilled at the time I have chosen. My dear child, be watchful and keep your heart steadfast, for I see the traps set before you, even those hidden in appealing forms. Those who have plotted against you will not always stay hidden in silent hostility. Very soon, they will move to a new phase, extending invitations dressed in kindness, presenting opportunities laced with sweetness, hoping to draw you away from the path I have chosen for you. They will appeal to your deepest desires, the longing for recognition, the yearning for love, the wish to belong among others. These desires are not evil in themselves, but can easily be manipulated if you are not vigilant. They will flatter you. They will paint a vision of a path strewn with roses. They will suggest there are easier ways to fulfill your dreams, whispering that you no longer need to carry the burden of loneliness or silent battles. They will promise you favor, support, and the very things you have secretly wished for. But remember, my child, not every open door is from me. Not every hand stretched out carries my grace. Not every sweet invitation comes from a pure heart. So do not rush. Do not be captivated by what is on the surface. Do not let eloquent words draw you in. This is the moment to use the spiritual discernment I have been nurturing in you. Test everything by my spirit, not by your feelings. Ask me before you respond to any invitation. Walk slowly and carefully, for the enemy is cunning and knows how to cloak traps in the appearance of goodness. I do not ask you to live in bitter suspicion, nor do I want you to see all of life through the lens of doubt. Rather, I invite you to walk in the light of wisdom, with the clarity that comes from my presence. Open your spiritual eyes to recognize what is true and what is false, to know my voice from the echoes that come from the shadows. Do not let simple kindness lead you into gentle compromises that, in the end, draw you away from your divine calling. Some of life's most dangerous trials do not come wearing hardship, but arrive disguised as ease. Sometimes the most perilous door is not the one tightly shut, but the one thrown wide open with a red carpet. In those moments, what I desire from you is not recklessness, but faithfulness. Not impulsive reaction, but persistent prayer. Not the pursuit of comfort, but a steadfast clinging to my gentle guidance, even when it means waiting or turning away from things that seem too good to be true. I know how you long to see my promises fulfilled. I know there are days you silently ask, when? And nights when you wonder, have I missed the way? But my beloved, it is in those moments when the world's invitations look most tempting that you must cling to me more tightly than ever. Only I see the full tapestry of your life. Only I know the consequences of today's decisions. You cannot foresee everything, but you can trust the one who loves you without change. Let my peace be the umpire over your choices. If something, no matter how beautiful, takes away your peace, if it demands you compromise your integrity, if it draws you away from my presence, then it is not my gift. There are crossroads where a single misstep leads far from your destiny. There are seemingly small choices that, in the spiritual realm, determine entire new seasons. Do not trade your eternal inheritance for a moment's ease. Do not let the applause of now steal the praise of eternity. Remember, the greatness I have prepared for you does not require the partnership of darkness. You need not turn a blind eye to wrong. You need not compromise to be accepted. You need not buckle under hidden pressures. Only remain faithful to me, and I will work wonders you cannot imagine. There will be times when you feel lonely for choosing the harder path. There will be moments of misunderstanding, even slander, because you turn down enticing invitations. But rejoice, for you are sharing an eternal victory. Every no you offer out of loyalty to me, every hidden sacrifice will never be in vain. I remember every tear, every faithful step, and my reward for you far outweighs every fleeting glory this world can offer. So in the days to come, as opportunities appear one after another, as doors open at the most perfect moments, listen closely for my whisper. Let my spirit guide your every step. Ask me, Lord, are you in this? And I will answer, by a deep peace or by a gentle warning in your spirit. The journey ahead will require not just love, but discernment, not just courage, but wisdom in choosing, not only the readiness to begin, but the perseverance to finish. I, the one who began this work in you, promise to bring it to completion if you hold fast to my hand, without retreat, without looking back, without letting dazzling distractions blind your sight. Be courageous, my child. Be discerning. Keep your heart pure and sincere before me, for what I have prepared ahead, what no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has imagined, is closer than ever. Stay the course, and do not exchange the eternal for the temporary. My beloved, in these days of shaking, I call to you with urgency. Do not let doubt creep in between the truths I have spoken to your heart. Do not dismiss the deep stirrings in your soul as passing emotions. No, my child, it is I who have planted those gentle yet powerful whispers within you. It is I who have awakened those subtle, genuine signals, things your soul sensed long before your mind could reason or analyze. Now, more than ever, trust that inner knowing. Do not doubt the light I have kindled within you. Hold fast to your faith, even when everything around you seems to challenge it. Often, my wisdom does not travel the familiar roads of human logic. It surpasses understanding and touches the deepest places of your soul, where I speak to you in the stillness. Wait, my child. Do not force doors open before I declare, enter. Do not rush into decisions simply to satisfy the restless thirst within your heart. The most precious things are always grown through patience and faith. Some seeds must endure the cold of winter before they bloom in glory, and some promises must pass through seasons of faithful waiting before they are fulfilled in my perfect timing. Yet even as you wait, do not let fear make you isolate yourself. Do not build cold walls around your heart out of fear of being hurt, betrayed, or misunderstood. Loneliness is not where I intend you to remain. I have placed people around you, not to use or burden you, but to breathe my spirit alongside you. They are not perfect, just as you are not, but their hearts are pure. They do not approach with hidden agendas or concealed knives. Their words heal and edify. Their souls radiate humility, patience, and warmth that flow from me. These people, whether quietly or openly, will be your fortress in this season of testing. They will be the shields deflecting unseen arrows aimed at your soul. They will remind you of the light when the night grows overwhelming. So open your heart, my child. Walk beside those I have sent. Learn to listen, not just with your ears, but with your spirit. Do not let pride, even the kind born from old wounds, stop you from receiving sincere counsel. Do not let past pain cause you to doubt every hand extended in kindness. Some are sent by me not to control you, but to strengthen you, not to replace me, but to walk with you on the path that leads closer to my heart. Yet, remember also, not every word spoken in my name is from my spirit. Some words, even if clothed in wisdom, can quietly breed discouragement. Some advice, while reasonable, can slowly turn you away from a path of living faith. Test all things. Do not swallow every word you hear, nor reject everything in suspicion. Bring everything, what you hear and what you sense, into the light of my spirit. Simply ask, Father, is this from you? And I will answer you through a deep peace, through sudden clarity, or a sweet conviction anchoring your soul in the storm. I am not the author of confusion. I do not send bewilderment into the hearts of those who seek me sincerely. My beloved, I know there were times you trusted and were hurt, times you opened your heart and were betrayed. Those wounds have taught you caution, and that is not wrong. But do not let these lessons close your heart entirely. In this season, I am sending some of the most precious gifts, not gold or fame, but divine connections, relationships built on sincerity, prayer, and true love. Those I place by your side will not be perfect. There will be awkward moments, times when they do not understand the burdens you bear. But if you look with spiritual eyes, you will see that their presence is an answer to prayers you once whispered. Lord, don't let me fight alone, and I heard you. Remember, in my kingdom, victory is never a solitary journey. Even the mightiest warriors need hands to lift them up. Even the strongest souls need others to walk with them. That is why I formed the family of faith, to rejoice together, to weep together, to stand together in invisible battles. So in this season, do not let pride or fear isolate you. But also do not let naivete open your heart without discernment. Walk in a holy balance, a heart wide open to love and a mind keenly alert to my spirit. And finally, always remember, my guidance will never leave you. Even when the world shakes, even when the path seems hidden, I am with you, guiding, upholding, and bringing you closer each day to the glorious destiny I have set for you. Hold tightly to faith, my child. Keep your gaze pure. Guard the flame of love within your heart. For I, the faithful one, am leading you every hour, every heartbeat, until the day you see with your own eyes the unfailing faithfulness of the one who called you before the world began. Even now, my beloved child, my mighty hand is quietly at work. Though your eyes may not yet see it all, though your ears may not fully hear, in the unseen realm, what I have ordained is unfolding with perfect precision. The walls of schemes that your enemies believed were fortified, the alliances of darkness they thought unbreakable, are beginning to show cracks. Small fissures that only I see for now, but that soon all will witness. They have plotted in secret, whispered their schemes in darkness, convinced that if they conceal evil long enough, it will be established and the light extinguished. But I, who dwell in the highest heavens and search every heart and thought, have heard every murmur and observed every plan crafted in hidden places. Not a single word has escaped my hearing. Not a single intention has passed unnoticed before my eyes. Now the appointed time has come. It is not because their rebellion has become too great for me to bear, but because my plan has reached its fullness. Everything I have allowed, the moments of silence, the periods of seeming delay, was only to ensure the grand design would be completed at the perfect time. From this point forward, I am shaking those rotten foundations. What was built on deceit, greed, and pride will not stand. What was plotted in darkness, believing itself safe and unseen, will be brought into the blazing light. The fabrications, betrayals, and alliances rooted in envy and selfish ambition will be proclaimed from the rooftops, unmistakable and impossible to hide. I urge you to remember this, my beloved. It is not by your own strength, not by your strategy or cleverness, but by my hand that all this will be accomplished. This is my work, and to me alone belongs the glory. I do not ask you to fight in the flesh, to argue, or to vindicate yourself with human effort. Justice will not come through shouting, rage, or impulsive action, but through my wisdom and my timing. Never early, never late. Learn to be still in me. Stand firm in spiritual rest, knowing that I am the God of justice who never forgets the things entrusted to me. Truth will not remain buried beneath the dust forever. Righteousness will not slumber under the weight of lies. I am preparing a quiet yet certain overturning, an unveiling that needs no human intervention, so that all will know it was I who accomplished it. Do not let your heart grow weary when you see injustice linger. Do not lose hope when the wicked boast, holding their heads high as if they have won. I assure you, their arrogance is but the final cry of the already defeated. For when my hand is raised, every fortress of pride will collapse in an instant. Every lie will be swept away by the storm of truth. Every dark scheme will vanish like dust before my breath. And when that moment comes, my child, remember this: do not rejoice in the downfall of your adversaries. Do not allow bitterness to stain your heart. Instead, bow in worship before me, the one who intervenes with both justice and mercy. Let your gratitude rise, for my goal is not just to overthrow evil, but to call even those who opposed you back into the light of grace. In this season of unveiling, I am also testing your heart. I long to see you rejoice not only in the revelation of truth, but also to keep a spirit of mercy, refusing to let triumph become pride. Even as you are vindicated, stay humble. Even as you are lifted up, remain bowed low before me. The reward I have for you is not simply the restoration of your reputation before people. I offer you something far greater, an increase of my anointing, a deepening of intimacy with me, and the opening of new doors, tasks and assignments that you could not have carried before because the time was not yet right. But now, as my whirlwind of righteousness sweeps through and the hidden things are exposed, I will usher you into a new season. You will no longer walk as a solitary soldier, but as a bearer of steadfast light. Prepare your heart, my child. Ready your mind. Be prepared to walk through this unveiling, not merely as a spectator, but as one called to rise in light, in truth, and in godliness. I do not wish only to cleanse you from the stains of lies, but to sanctify and renew you, to make you a vessel ready for the great work I have ordained. Beloved, in the very heart of the battle you now face, I urge you, guard your soul with absolute purity. Do not let the stains of the world cling to the white garment I have placed upon you. Refuse to let the anger of others, the injustice of the wicked, or the deception of darkness lure you into the same traps they have set for you. Remember, true victory is never gained by fighting with the weapons of this world. Do not become like those who oppose you and mistake that for triumph. For if you lose the purity of your soul, even if you win every outward accolade, you will have lost before me. My ways are not about revenge through hatred or about exchanging holiness for fleeting trophies. The victory I give breathes with eternal peace. When I defend you, when I rise to uphold your honor, I do not act through angry shouts or cruel retaliation. I act with perfect holiness, so that all who witness will tremble, not from oppressive power, but because they behold the consuming light of true justice. Do not be deceived, my child. The vindication I bring is unlike the world's revenge. It is not tainted by resentment, nor soaked in bitterness. It is not meant to humiliate your enemies, but to reveal the truth in all its glory. I vindicate you with a purity refined like gold, tested in the fire, without blemish, without a trace of bitterness. So, as you stand in the light I give, let your eyes still be filled with mercy. Keep your hands ready to reach out to those who have fallen into darkness, even those who once opposed you. Do not let your heart harden in battle. Do not let pain cause you to close yourself off. Allow me to anoint your wounds with the oil of healing. Let me wipe away the tears you have shed in lonely nights. Let me be your advocate before all creation. And above all, keep a tender spirit and a humble heart, so that even when victory comes, your glory will not be fleshly pride, but the radiant reflection of my throne. There will be moments when you are tempted to repay evil with evil. There will be times when the voice of anger rises within you, urging you to strike back as the wicked have done. But my beloved, listen to my voice, which is stronger than bitterness. Not so, my child. Remember, vengeance belongs to me. I alone see all that is hidden and will bring it to light. My justice is never late. My judgment is never mistaken. Trust me to weigh the scales of justice. Your role is to walk in purity, integrity, and trust. Do not fear that gentleness makes you weak. Do not imagine forgiveness is defeat. In my kingdom, those who forgive and stay untainted by hatred are the strongest of all. These are my true warriors, bearing the undying flame of kindness and holiness. I, the Most High, will defend, fight for, and honor them before all. You will see with your own eyes the day I tear down every wall of deceit built by your adversaries. You will see doors open that no one can shut. But I do not want you to witness my justice only from afar. I desire you to be a living testimony of how I act, through purity, love, mercy, and absolute righteousness. So in every thought, every action, even in the smallest decision, ask yourself, does this reflect the light of the one who has chosen me? When you are insulted, answer with noble silence instead of curses. When misunderstood, run to me, the one who understands all, rather than seeking fleshly vindication. When pushed aside, remember that I am preparing for you a seat at the banquet table of the chosen, a place no one can take from you. Persevere, my beloved. Endure injustice with honor, for it is producing in you a weight of glory beyond compare. Let every wound become a jewel in the crown I am crafting for you. Let every tear shed in patience and faithfulness be gathered by me as jewels in heaven. You are never alone. Every step across barren lands, every silent battle is recorded by me. My angels surround you, more numerous than those who oppose. My hand is ever outstretched, upholding you, even when you do not see it. And the moment I act, beloved, will come sooner than you expect. On that day, all hidden things will be revealed. Every whisper spoken against you will be silenced by the thunder of my justice. You will stand, clothed in garments of pure white, unstained by the hatred of this world. Therefore, keep walking with a fearless heart, with eyes full of hope, and arms wide to receive the new grace I am pouring out. For you are not fighting just for yourself. You are a witness to a whole generation that true victory comes through purity, faithfulness, and love that never fails. Now, my beloved child, I urge you to see the greater picture unfolding around you. Do not misinterpret this struggle as merely a conflict with people, the critics, the harsh words, or the obstacles standing in your way. This is not about them. The true center of this battle is you, and the pivotal turning point I have prepared for your journey. This is about the threshold you are about to cross, the great doorway that will soon open before you, and the inevitable shift that your destiny requires. The enemy does not wage all-out war against ordinary souls, those who do not carry a significant weight of destiny. He unleashes his fiercest attacks right before the outpouring of grace, right before the moment when you are about to ascend to a higher realm. The intensity of your current battle is not a sign of failure, but a testament that divine promotion is closer than ever. The enemy recognizes this and trembles. He does not waste his resources on those who pose no threat to his realm. He focuses on souls marked by heaven, those who carry keys that will unlock blessings for many. Thus, the fact that you are a target is not a sign of defeat. It is confirmation of your high calling. It is silent but powerful evidence that you are on the right path, that the kingdom has marked you as one of the chosen. You were never meant to stay where you are now. I have planted within you seeds greater than anything you have seen. I have breathed into you dreams loftier than what you have yet heard or imagined. So when the undercurrents rise and the winds seek to break your spirit, remember, these are not meant to destroy you, but to refine you, to strengthen you, and to prepare you for heights you have not yet known. It is precisely because you are nearing a crucial milestone in your spiritual journey that the opposition has arisen with such fury. This is not a simple dispute over a role, a relationship, or a fleeting opportunity. The underlying scheme aims at your roots, the worth I have placed within you, the destiny I have written for you, the powerful voice I have given you to shine light into the darkness. If the enemy can make you doubt yourself, doubt your value, your calling, or your ability to hear my voice, he can cause you to step away from the glorious path I have ordained for you. He does not need to defeat you with force. He only needs to plant seeds of doubt so you surrender your inner fire. This is his deepest, most subtle strategy, to steal destiny by poisoning the mind. So, in this very hour, you must stand firm as never before. Do not let the voices of discouragement drown out the song of grace within you. Do not let temporary disappointment blind you to the eternal glory that is drawing near. Do not let arrows launched from the shadows cause you to forget the promises I whispered to you in the secret place. Remember, the greatest battle is not outside, but within your own mind. The true fight is to keep your heart steadfast in faith, your eyes fixed on me, and your feet on the narrow path I have prepared. If you can stand firm through this hour, if you can keep trusting even when everything around you urges you to give up, then you will not only overcome, you will be transformed into someone stronger, more refined, and more radiant than ever before. I am using even the opposition to deepen your roots in me. I am allowing contrary winds to break your dependence on people, circumstances, or outward recognition. I want you to be anchored on the only foundation that cannot be shaken, me, the faithful and true one. Do not fear loneliness. Do not be surprised if those you once trusted walk away. Do not lose heart if you no longer fit where you once belonged. I am setting you apart for a greater purpose. There are depths in my calling that only those willing to walk through lonely places can reach. There are heights of glory only souls unburdened by the need for human approval can attain. Let go of what does not belong to the new season. Allow what no longer fits the stature I am forming in you to fall away. I have not called you for what is temporary, but for what is eternal. You are not destined for an earthly throne, but for a throne of everlasting glory, where you will reign with me in love, righteousness, and light. So, beloved, endure this trial. Rejoice even in misunderstanding. Praise me even in rejection. Every spear aimed at you will become a shining testimony to my victorious grace. When the storms subside, when the dust settles, you will stand, not merely as a survivor, but as a conqueror, refined by fire, clothed in glory, and called by a new name known only between us. Lift up your head, precious one. You are not failing, you are being forged. You are not abandoned, you are being set apart. You are not forgotten, you are being prepared for a mighty unveiling, long awaited by heaven itself. My beloved child, listen to the gentle whisper I speak into your soul at this very moment. You have been anointed for such a time as this, not by accident nor by chance, but by a purpose that was woven for you before the foundation of the world. You have been prepared, refined, and strengthened through the fires of adversity, not so that you would shrink back, but that you would stand tall, shine, and blaze with even greater light amid the darkest night. Therefore, do not retreat. Do not hide behind confusion. Do not let fear steal what I have etched into your hands. Do not abandon the seeds I have entrusted to you, or the visions I have breathed into your heart by my very spirit. Remember, my hand has held you from the very beginning. I have inscribed your name on my palm and woven every detail of your life's mission. No force, no harsh word, no storm can erase what I have spoken over you. Rise up, my beloved, in the courage I have given you. Do not struggle in your own might, for I know your frame is frail. Lean instead on the strength that flows from me, a strength that never fails, never dries up, and never deserts those who trust in me. I will pour into you a fresh stream of spiritual power. I will breathe upon you a new wind of courage. I will steady your weak knees and strengthen your trembling hands, so that you may grasp the sword of faith with confidence. I will also give you wisdom, not the wisdom of this world, but the wisdom that comes from heaven. Wisdom to know when to speak and when to be silent. Wisdom to see through the snares of deceit and lay hold of truth. My child, you will never be left alone at the crossroads. I will direct your every step, light every decision, and place the right words on your lips exactly when you need them. If you ever feel empty or unable to speak, do not be afraid. Even your silence can become a powerful song when I fill it with my spirit. I will speak through your silence, making it resound more powerfully than 1,000 words, piercing the hearts of those who need to hear from me. My power is not limited by language. I can turn a glance, a breath, a moment of quiet into a weapon that changes destinies. Take heart. I am covering you, not just your body, but your mind, your wounded heart, and your reputation, even as adversaries try to soil it. You are hidden under the shadow of my wings. Though storms may roar and arrows rain down, they will not reach your soul, for I am your fortress. Do not fear slander that flies like poisoned arrows. No accusation forged against you will stand before the light of my truth. I have spoken, and I will fulfill it. No weapon formed against you will prosper. The schemes of the wicked will collapse beneath the weight of their own malice. The snares set for you will entrap those who laid them. But you, my beloved, will walk in light, planted firmly on the unshakable foundation of truth. In the days when everything seems to be falling apart, know that my hand is still holding you secure. In hours when confusion floods your mind, my peace will fill your soul. In moments when your faith is stretched to the limit, it will be I who carries you, lifting you above the highest mountains, through the darkest valleys. My precious child, do not fix your eyes on the battle. Look up to me. Do not count your enemies. Remember the one who is with you, before whom all creation must bow. Do not grieve what is lost in this fight, for what I am about to give you is far greater. Do not cling to what is past, for I am leading you into blessings you have not yet even dreamed of. When the appointed time comes, you will step out of this trial not smelling of smoke, but carrying the fragrance of a soul renewed, refined, and anointed for even greater things. You will not only stand, you will become a pillar, a beacon for others wandering through darkness seeking hope. So even now, in this moment heavy with my presence, I tell you, be steadfast, be unwavering, and trust in me. Do not lose your childlike trust or let wounds harden your compassion. Do not let pain numb your heart, nor delays extinguish your hope. I, the faithful one, am moving on your behalf, and every moment you choose faith over fear, every act of trust brings you closer to the fulfillment I have promised you from the beginning. My beloved child, listen to the echo of my voice within you. Even now, you have seen and heard the schemes rising like serpents in the dark, the secret plots woven tightly as webs, set to ensnare the destinies of my faithful ones. They whisper among themselves, crafting cunning plans, believing that their conspiracies will stay hidden in the safety of darkness. But my child, know with full assurance, nothing escapes my gaze. I hear every word spoken behind closed doors. I see every gesture, every glance exchanged in secret, every plot conceived in darkness, every heartbeat pulsing with malice, every curse uttered from their lips. All is laid bare before me, like an open book. No thought, no scheme can be concealed from the one who searches the hearts of all people. Just as in the days of old, when men conspired against Daniel, my servant who was blameless except for his devotion to me, they believed that through their plans they could destroy him in the lion's den. They gathered, they decreed injustice, they laid a trap, but do you remember? The very ones who plotted fell into the pit they had dug. The lions' mouths were shut by my power, for I sent my angel to protect Daniel. In the same way, my child, I remain the unchanging God even now. Though the enemy may plot and whisper, may gather in secret and craft wicked plans, I am still your defender, and I reign on my throne. I have sworn by my own name, no weapon formed against you will prevail. Though they try to ruin your name, though they strive to sabotage my purpose for you, every attack will only magnify my faithfulness when I reach out to rescue and restore you before all who watch. Do not let your heart be burdened by what you see or hear. Do not let slander or the poison of adversaries weigh upon your mind. Remember, I alone am the keeper of your destiny, not the toxic whispers of men. I am the one who mapped your path before you were formed, who has counted every hair on your head, and I will not allow any hand to overturn what I have decreed. As the Pharisees and religious leaders conspired to crucify my only son, they met in secret, driven by envy and hate, believing they could extinguish the light with an unjust verdict and a wooden cross. But at the very moment they thought they had won, I overturned their scheme. Through death, eternal life was poured out for all. Through the silent endurance of the Savior, my greatest victory was revealed. So it is with you, my child. Quietly, I am weaving a tapestry of goodness that will far surpass any evil scheme. When the time comes, all that is hidden will be brought to the light. That which was whispered behind closed doors will be proclaimed openly. Those who oppose you will witness that your destiny is not decided by power, money, or cunning, but by the Lord who reigns from heaven. Therefore, keep your heart steady. Do not bow your head to the winds of slander. Do not lose your peace because of the passing plots of people. Let your spirit be steady as a mountain, unmoved by the waves. Look to me, the ever-living one who never slumbers and never fails to guard you. Even in long days of darkness, even when the shadows seem to overpower the light, know that I am at work, paving the way, refining you, preparing you for a harvest greater than anything the enemy could anticipate. Every plot against you, every word spoken to harm, every attempt to bring you down is only another step I am using to lift you higher. The enemy believes he is hindering you, but in truth, he is speeding your arrival to the destiny I wrote with my own hand. Be like Joseph, who was betrayed, falsely accused, thrown into darkness, yet was raised by my hand to a place of honor. Everything meant to harm him became the very instrument of my design. And Joseph said, "You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. So it will be for you." A day will come when you stand atop the mountain of victory, look back on all you have faced, and with a heart overflowing with gratitude, you will say, "Lord, you have turned it all for my good, into a blessing no one can steal away." Therefore, my child, do not fear. Do not shrink back. Move forward with steady faith and unwavering obedience. For I who began this good work in you will surely bring it to completion until the day all is fulfilled in glory. My precious one, engrave this truth on your heart. No human power, no matter how vast, no alliance built by hostile souls can divert you from the glorious path I have set for you, so long as you remain under my guidance and protection. Schemes, cunning plots, and unjust verdicts may rise like mighty waves, but before me they are nothing more than fragile foam on the sea of eternity. Yet, my child, let me lovingly warn you, remain vigilant against the enemy of your soul, the same adversary who once tried to tempt even my beloved son in the wilderness. He does not rest. He prowls like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. He is crafty in deception, subtle in his snares. He does not always attack openly, but often slips into the places you consider safest. He sows doubt among faithful friends, fans whispers of division in the shadows, and tempts you with small compromises that can lead to great destruction. Remember the story of Judas. He once walked at Christ's side, ate at his table, listened to words of truth, yet a small crack in his heart, quietly nourished greed, opened the way for darkness to enter. For 30 pieces of silver, a soul invited into the kingdom fell into ruin. Never underestimate the power of small compromises. A tiny crack in a dam can let loose a flood that devastates the land. That is why I have not left you to fight alone. I have equipped you with my own limitless power. I have placed in your hands weapons that no force under heaven can overcome. Put on the full armor I have given you, not just in moments of crisis, but every day, every hour. Gird yourself with truth, so the enemy's arrows of deception cannot sway you. Wear the breastplate of righteousness to protect your heart from groundless accusation. Fit your feet with the readiness of the gospel of peace, so you may walk firmly, even on rough paths of betrayal or wickedness. Above all, take up the shield of faith, a faith not based on what you see or hear, but on my unchanging promises. This shield will extinguish every flaming arrow launched against you. Wear the helmet of salvation, guarding your mind from attacks on your identity and worth. And never forget the sword of the Spirit, my living word, sharper than any double-edged blade, able to divide truth from lies, life from death. Remember David facing Goliath, a youth without armor, sword, or spear, but clothed in faith and my name. He did not fight in his own power, but trusted the one who delivered him from the lion and the bear. With just a single stone in the hand of a faithful servant, I brought down a giant. In the same way, if you grasp the spiritual weapons I provide, if you rest your trust in me, no giant in your life will stand against you. My beloved, do not let pride, self-reliance, fear, or doubt loosen your armor. The enemy watches for the smallest opening, but if you clothe yourself daily in my armor and keep your focus unwavering, then no matter how fierce the attack, you will remain unmoved. Moreover, I call you not only to wear the armor, but to pray without ceasing. Pray in the Spirit always, for your needs and for all my people. Prayer is the breath of the soul in the heat of battle. When you pray, you draw heaven's power to earth. Angels are sent forth, darkness trembles, and light breaks through the strongest walls. Victory is not merely surviving the storm, but advancing with triumph, so my glory may shine through your life. Every step you take in faith, every choice for trust over fear, every time you hold to my promise instead of listening to doubt, you push my kingdom forward, even in the enemy's territory. Do not grow weary, my child. Do not let go. Hold tightly to the sword. Raise the shield of faith. Move forward with no fear, for I go before you as your mighty warrior, your fortress, your guiding light in the darkness. Remember, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you and uphold you with my righteous right hand. My beloved, amid the shaking, amid the hidden schemes, amid the assaults on your soul and destiny, stand firm in the unshakable truth that your most precious possession is not human strategy or effort, but your sacred partnership with me. The power of this battle lies not in what can be seen, but in the invisible, invincible bond between your faith and my limitless strength. It is not with earthly weapons, armies, or might that you will prevail. Not with cleverness or alliances will you be kept safe, but by my Spirit, the holy breath, the eternal force that fights on your behalf. It is by my Spirit that you will break unseen chains, pass through closed doors, and rise where others have fallen. I do not call you to battle with impatience or confusion, but to move in harmony with my heart. When you pause in my presence, when you quiet your soul, when you resist the urge to act out of your own urgency and wait for my time, then you enter into wondrous partnership with the one who holds the destinies of heaven and earth. Remember the Israelites at the Red Sea. Before them, the ocean. Behind, Pharaoh's army. To human eyes, there was no hope. Yet I did not ask them to save themselves by sword or fight. I called them only to stand firm and see the salvation I would bring. When Moses raised his staff, it was not the wood, nor the cries of people, but my Spirit that parted the sea and made a dry path for them. In the same way, some battles are won not by striving, but by trusting in silence. Some doors open not by force, but by surrender. Some miracles happen not when you strive, but when you yield to my arms and let me move beyond your understanding. Beloved, your surrender is not weakness, but your greatest strength. Every time you obey my guidance, every time you listen for my gentle whisper instead of the noise, every time you wait in hope instead of rushing in fear, you declare that you trust the one who said, "Not by might nor by power, but by my Spirit." Zechariah 4:6. Your obedience resounds in the spiritual realm, and the enemy knows that a soul surrendered to me is unstoppable. Those who wait on me will gain new strength. They will soar like eagles, run and not be weary, walk and not faint. Do not measure victory by haste. In my kingdom, patience reveals true strength. Listening marks the true conqueror. When you follow me step by step, heartbeat by heartbeat, you will walk not only in the right way, but in peace that defies all understanding. Trust my timing. Just as I led Joshua to circle Jericho, not to tear down walls with force, but to teach obedience, to march in silence until the shout of victory. It was not swords that brought the walls down, but my Spirit moving through absolute obedience. When you partner with me, you will see what no one has seen or imagined. You will see doors open where only stone walls stood. You will witness promises spring to life in miraculous ways that your own strength could never achieve. You will be carried by rivers of grace lifted far beyond fleshly limits. And remember, your obedience may be the key that unlocks the destiny of many. Every step of faith you take is not only for yourself, but for others who need the light you carry. My beloved, once you have learned to walk in true partnership with me, I invite you to go even deeper, to embrace the holy discipline of prayer and fasting. Do not see this as a burden or as mere ritual. See it as a sacred path opening before you, drawing you into closer communion with me, the one who longs to fill your soul with my very life. When you humble yourself in genuine prayer, when you lay aside your personal needs to seek me first, you are not speaking into emptiness. You are connecting your spirit to the endless current of my divine life. Every whispered prayer, every tear shed in secret, rises like sweet incense to my throne, touching my heart and moving heaven. And when you step into fasting, forsaking physical comforts, denying yourself, and fixing your heart on me, you begin to unlock the hidden treasures I reserve for those who are willing to lay down everything to receive from me. As your flesh grows weak, my spirit in you grows strong. As bodily cravings grow quiet, your spiritual senses become sharper, and new doors of awareness open before you. Fasting does not only purify the body, it refines your spirit. It sharpens your discernment, so you can perceive even the softest breeze of my warning or the faintest whisper from heaven. As you humble yourself, you will sense coming storms before they arrive, and you will hear my voice steering you away from unseen dangers, leading you onto paths of life. Remember, my child, that Esther did not save her people through her beauty or influence, but through 3 days of fasting and prayer, humbling herself before me and seeking heaven's intervention. Because of her devotion, the plan of destruction was overturned and my people were rescued. In the same way, your greatest battles are not won by talent, resources, or human strategies, but in the secret place where your tears water the ground and your hunger is traded for the bread of life. There I will sustain you with my presence and give you words of direction that will carry you across deserts and through battles unscathed. Do not underestimate the power of simple prayers. Do not dismiss the silent days of fasting when your body feels weak and your desires cry out to be filled. For in those very moments, an invisible transformation is happening within your soul. Unseen chains are breaking, invisible walls are coming down, and a new strength and clarity are being poured into your spirit. Let your soul be filled with my nearness. Let every breath become a quiet prayer. Let every pang of hunger point you to your deeper hunger for me, the one who alone can satisfy. You are never alone in this journey. My angels camp around all who seek me in sincerity. They uphold you when you feel weak, shield you when you bow your head, and my spirit within you teaches you to pray, even when words fail. Persevere, my child. Be faithful in the hidden hours, for what you sow in secret, I will cause you to reap in the open. Your fasting and prayer are not forgotten. They are building a firm foundation for the mighty works I am about to bring through your life. Now, let your heart rise in prayer to me, Lord, the one who sees all, both in light and in darkness. I come before you today with reverence and gratitude for your loving warnings and guidance. Give me spiritual eyes to discern the truth behind every smile. Grant me ears attuned to your voice above the clamor of deception. Pour out your Spirit's discernment so I am not drawn in by what looks appealing, but always walk firmly in your truth. Lord, teach me to yield to you moment by moment, even when my heart trembles or my mind is uncertain. Give me strength not to react with fleshly instincts, but to keep my heart pure and walk humbly where you lead. I do not want to defend myself by human means, but to entrust all things to you, my Redeemer. Strengthen my faith so I choose obedience instead of self-protection. On days when it seems like evil is winning, keep me from growing weary. When the enemy appears to triumph, remind me that it is only the prelude to your glory being revealed. Give me patience so I do not give up before deliverance comes. Pour more oil of faith into my heart so even when doubts blow against me, my hope remains burning and bright. Lord, cover me with your protection, not just my body but my mind, my soul, and the calling you have placed upon my life. Hide me under your wings, shielding me from every evil plan. Guard my lips so I do not bring harm with my words, and guide my steps so I do not wander into deception. Surround me with your angels like a wall of fire, that I may walk in the good paths you have designed for me. Lord, I do not ask to avoid every trial, but to grow and mature through them. Teach me to choose silence over argument, kindness over retaliation, and to use the wisdom of your Spirit as my weapon. Refine me, so that in every battle I grow more like you, not bitter but gentle. Turn every tear and pain into streams that water the field of destiny you've entrusted to me. Help me to trust that no plot of man can destroy the plan you have written for my life. Even when I do not understand, even when the road ahead is dark, give me unwavering faith that your hand is leading me. Teach me to embrace loss as part of your refining, to receive revelation as a gift that brings freedom to my soul. When enemies gather in secret, give me courage to stand without retreat. My beloved child, if these words stirred your spirit, that was not coincidence. It was divine alignment. I am awakening you, one layer at a time, restoring what was lost, and leading you back into wholeness. But this is not a one-time encounter. Come back here again and again, because I'm not done speaking to you. I will meet you in every message, whisper through every video, and pour truth into your heart, line by line, moment by moment. This space is not content, it is communion. This is not a channel, it is a sanctuary. So subscribe, not out of habit, but out of hunger. Turn on the light of notification, not to catch a post, but to catch my voice. And if you know someone wandering in the dark, send this message to them. Let it be their rescue, just as it was yours. Return often, for each time you do, I will meet you with new peace, fresh clarity, and words that are alive with power. I am here, I am waiting, and I am not finished with you yet. Amen.